What is up? Rad Potential YouTube. We're in a different spot today. We're at Charles' house. We're working on the blue truck. So, what have we done so far? Before we had to go tune it. There's Charles. We fixed the alternator wiring. So basically, we were having issues with the signal wire and this. We're on the same circuit on the key. So when you would start the truck and turn the truck off, it would stay running because it was still charging, telling the coils to stay on. So we put this stuff on a separate relay now, and we got that fixed. So now we can run our laptop and stuff while it's in there. So you haven't seen in here, but you've probably seen on Instagram, we put insulation all through the floor. We got new carpet to go in, which we'll put in here shortly and cut it for the shifter. And then we got to go to the dump in the red truck. And the seat that's in the red truck is going to go in here. And then later this afternoon, we get back from the dump, we're going to go drive this around. If the weather holds off, and we're going to do some tuning, do some pulls. Hopefully get a little more fuel in it on the top end. That way it's not running lean and it transitions into boost a little bit better. Just street tune stuff. And hopefully nothing else really goes crazy with it. So brakes work. We got all the lights. The only thing we don't have is wipers, so if it starts raining, we're kind of SOL. But once this is done, or at least once we play with it enough, then we've got housings there. I brought a set of irons over, and we're going to stack up a full Bridgeport, or half Bridgeport, for the red truck. So it'll be an old school 4-port engine. So ideally, if we can get to playing with that today, that would be awesome. So, because that truck, the motor that's in it, popped a coolant seal, we think, and it's been being really hard to start and kind of smoky and that sort of thing. So we're going to go ahead and get cracking and making some new mud flap holders, doing all sorts of stuff. It's almost got a Bridgeport. Yeah, chokes in So, those who've never seen Haltech E6K engine management DOS software, that's what we're playing with here.
Yeah, we got a leak.
We're just going to go to... Big leak?
Yeah, well, we'll load it up at hose.
Oh, yeah. Coming out of that. Just trying to get this thing tuned up a little bit. It did make it to the gas station, though. Pretty good. Lean into boost, which is okay. For now, we'll play with it a little more. I was having an issue on the way here, though. The inverter. So we got this like big power inverter thing down here. Kept throwing a fault on that and then shutting the laptop off because this thing doesn't entirely hold a charge. But we're gonna drive around. I got the GoPro running, so have some footage from that. Just sitting here playing with this. So I'll show you when we get this connected and start cruising. But we are here, and it is the blue truck. So, getting after it. Alright, so we had to kind of rush, limp, sort of, kind of ish back to the house. So what we did earlier when we fixed the alternator wiring, we still have, there's a relay right here that's basically turning on the alternator so that way it can't backfeed the ignition system and keep the truck running. So I guess when we had moved the relay up here, this main feed for the power came off. So for the entire duration of our 15 to 20 minute drive, we were running strictly off battery, and that's why I died. And that's why my laptop wouldn't stay plugged in. The fuel gauge was going like this, but we made it back. So put the battery charger on it for now, let it charge up, and probably clean up some engine parts. Start compiling some stuff. Maybe clean the workbench off, you know. So that's Letty the dog, Rubel the dog, my dog, Charles' dog, Charles's red truck, Chevy, which you know, Charles's daily RX-8, and there's some other assorted junk back there. What do you say, Letty? Where she ran into a barbed wire fence the other week behind the house. She cut her head pretty good. It's healing up for now. You can also see here, maybe, sort of. So this has a bunch of fresh, like, thermal wrap on the downpipe and the manifold and stuff. And that turbo blanket's brand new. So it's burning off. So let's see, we gotta clean up this flywheel. Those irons just need to be cleaned and painted black. Housings are over there, the red ones which you saw earlier. Probably just gonna like clean this off real quick so we can lay clean engine parts on it. And then we've got a set of rotors sitting out over there. And then he's got seals and stuff sitting out so we can get this ready to get stacked up. So hopefully we can get it stacked up here this evening. So I plan on spending most of the day here. So if the rain hits us, then we'll have to put this truck inside. And then we'll be stuck cleaning because we really don't want to go drive this in the rain. We don't have wipers. And it's still like, we just don't want to get it wet yet. Got to get some more stuff finished on it first before it sees the rain. It's looking good though. Oh, and we changed the wheels since you last saw it. Same wheels, different paint scheme. Alright y'all, maiden voyage was a pretty mad success. So we were having a little bit of an issue with the throttle sticking after we would like really get on it. It would just like hold a 2500 RPM idle. So now that that's fixed, we locked the timing and synced that. And while we were driving around, I got the fueling pretty good. So we're rolling like 12, a little bit leaner than 12-ish at full kill. And then the drivability stuff's pretty good. We're cruising around at like 10, 12, or 11 to 12 with just like idle and cruise. So pretty happy with that. Basically here you can see everything we're working with. 14.4 on the voltage, so we got the alternator stuff fixed up and tidied in, and we should be good. So you should be able to see some poles from the GoPro here. It's Charles playing it on. Alright guys, gals, followers of the interweb, or on the interweb, hanging out on the line. We got the irons all cleaned up over here. I'm working on a housing right now. Got the next housing in the front cover. Charles got this rotor all prepped and ready to go. Looking fresh, but we got an issue with this one.
Somebody's hammered it. Something's happened right here. It's all banged up.
It'll focus. You can see all those dimples in the side of that.
Some here, some here. I don't know why or how.
They're kind of all jacked up. And we can't get a side seal in right here because the groove has been smashed closer together. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It looks like it's focusing, but right here, it's all jacked up. So, what do you think here? Yeah, there's the light. So now you see that groove is all chunky right in here. It's basically like right here. So basically that puts a huge damper on us getting this motor cleaned up tonight to stack it up, because we checked the Charles Rotary stock of stuff, and as usual we lack some parts. So we are on the hunt for an S5 NA rotor, C balance or B balance or D balance that is in good condition, so that we can build this engine with S5 NA rotors. And if we can't find one in a timely fashion, or we can't get this rotor fixed, then we might just stack it up with some other rotors, you know, maybe S4 NA or something, because we have a few sets of those laying around. So yeah, or GSLC would work.
GSLC, clean right there.
GSLC stuff here. So with that, we're gonna turn in for tonight. So appreciate y'all watching. Especially stoked to get the truck tuned today. If this was the only thing we had go wrong today, that's pretty good, considering we were driving an untested vehicle a lot of distances. And stay tuned for ideally us putting this Bridgeport motor together. We will see you next time.